Good afternoon, everyone. It's August 6, 2018. Since anti-white hatred and racism is on the rise, I figured I would do another anti-whiteism video. And the reason that is because they keep on putting out racist videos. This one is from The Root. And I understand that other people probably, most definitely, responded to this video, but it wasn't me. So, this one is on The Root, Judge of Characters. Confronting racism does not make you racist. Check it out.
Of character, where a racist black chick gets in our face and attempts to lecture us on why white people are the devil. If a white person made a video like this, it would be considered racist, but this happened.
Your hairstyle is cultural appropriation.
First of all,
This lady is disgusting and racist. I hope this is just satire.
oh my god, look what they're doing! They're treating me like a black person!
Hold on there. I don't know about you, but I don't go around saying those things to every black person out there. Just ignorant, racist black people who have culturally appropriated their hairstyle.
Welcome to Judge of Characters, where calling out racism does not make you a racist. To all the racist trolls who hated me before, good job in the comment section. I've been presenting the best in Black Twitter hot topics for a year now. More like Dragon Racism, if you ask me. And I've had it up to here with racist failed logic around racism. So it's time to troll the trolls. Since when does calling out racism and demanding change make someone a racist?
I have an answer for that. It became racist when white people began to call out black racism towards white, or people of color for that matter. And so it's it's racist for white people to call out the racism of anyone who's not white, anyone who's a person of color, while at the same time, black people and people of color in general who call us out on our so-called racism, just doesn't make any fucking sense.
To do the whole college paper thesis statement thing, well, let's define racism so that we are all on the same page. Racism is a belief that race is the primary determinant of human traits and capacities, and that
Okay. Let's go back there.
that race is the primary determinant of human.
So, are they trying to deny that race has nothing to do with your traits and capacities, and racial differences don't make some races better than others? Now, I'm not saying this to be a dickhead. I'm saying this from a purely sociological point of view here. If you have an entire continent whose average IQ is between 70 and 80, and those are your ancestors, you have common lineage, and that whole continent, the entire thing, is in fucking ruins. Might I add, after white people came, built it up, and then turned around and handed it over to the Africans, and they ran it all into the ground. So, when it comes to building civilizations and conquering, I think white people pretty much, got that shit locked down. And we are smarter when it comes to that. On the other hand, I'm talking about basketball, football, running marathons, that kind of thing, black people are superior to white people. Let's continue.
Traits, and capacities, and that racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race.
Let us not forget that it's also a doctrine, political, and social system.
Now are we clear?
Not a
Racism
political
is
and
so
social
vast it
system.
comes in all kinds of flavors. Institutional, individual, systemic, casual, internalized, all of them.
Alright, so they say it comes in 5 different flavors, as she put it. Institutional, individual, systemic, casual, and internalized. There's only one kind of racism. One. You don't like another motherfucker because of the color of their skin. That's it. I don't like you because you're white. And you're all racist. I don't like you because you're black. You're all criminals. Racist. Both things.
Some flavors and somehow still so unseasoned.
I know that addressing racism can make some white people feel attacked, guilty, and angry. Good. You should feel something. God knows we do. Now I know not all white people are racist, but because of America's solid system of racism, many white folks are born with the, let me speak to your manager.
You mean that system where black people can rise above their genealogy and become billionaires, millionaires, superstars? That system? They could become, I don't know, attorney generals, congressmen, senators. That system? And what she was about to say here.
Let me speak to your manager. Hormo.
Let me speak to your manager. This is the second time I heard this, and let me tell you something. You could even watch Tommy Sotomayor. I'm a subscriber. I watch his stuff. I think he's funny as hell. And he'll tell you, flat out, black women give you the worst service you can possibly get. And it's true. They do. Most of the time. Don't get me wrong. I've been a few places where the woman there was fucking on it. But most of the time, they possess this "you owe me" attitude, and they just give you shitty service. That's why people say, "Let me speak to your manager."
Surprised that these particular races turn out to be my biggest fans.
Seriously, guys, thanks for the news.
To deny the obvious racism in this country is to deny the truth. America is built on a legacy of legally granting rights and privileges to white people, but denying
those rights and privileges may have existed at that point in time, but they no longer do. Again, you live in a system where you can become billionaires, corporate CEOs, fucking congressmen, senators, the president, mayors. With that being said, it's pretty hard to swallow the idea that black folks have it so fucking rough. Do black folks get incarcerated? Yeah. Do black folks get shot down by police unarmed? And a lot of the times undeserving? Yeah. But then again, double the white people than blacks do as well. So, there goes that one.
rights and privileges to all other races, especially black people. While black people have progressed in a country that was designed to keep us from doing just that, racism is still alive and thriving. Just this year alone, we've seen a bold resurgence of white nationalists, black children getting kicked out of school because their natural hair.
Dreadlocks is not your natural hair. It's really, really dirty, and it's not the natural hair. So she's full of shit on that. They have to go out of their way to make it that way. what was her statement?
Old resurgence of white nationalists,
right.
black children.
Actually, there's not been a bold resurgence of white nationalists, but people of color have been joining hate groups in increasing numbers. So, you know, if you notice something, every other person out there, or race, they are obsessed with their race, with their heritage. And you notice white people aren't like that. We don't obsess about what color we are. And it really makes for a miserable person to have to sit there and think, poor me, because I have this skin color. Oh, boo-hoo. Come on. Grow some fucking pride. Anyway, thought I'd share this with you. I think there's a couple more things in here.
Getting kicked out of school because their natural hair violated school policies, and black people having the cops called on them for living life. But somehow, the trolls want to make me the bad guy for calling it out. Let's look at the racist comments. Look at this comment about my video on the Stand Your Ground law. Blacks love violence until it's a white guy with a gun.
Okay, well, I would think that this one would be a matter of common sense, seeing how black people represent the vast majority of murders and armed robberies, aggravated assaults, and so on and so forth in this country. I would think that you would kind of get where this individual was getting this from, because you commit, the black community, males in particular, commit 95% of the violent crimes and represent like 6% of the population. That's a no-brainer right there.
Or this comment about my video on the racist white folks who called the cops on black people living. Blacks had rather perpetrate the hoax of racism and continue to be a burden on society. If I may, I am a burden. A burden to every troll out here thinking that racism exists only when people of color call it out. What's even sadder is when a black person accuses me of racism. This comment is from a black person on my...
Okay. If somebody of your own species calls you out for being a racist, guess what? You're probably a fucking racist. Anyway, hope everyone has a great day. I could still use your help with some thumbs up, some shares perhaps, and if I'm worthy of your spare dollars, PayPal link is below. Have a good day, people. Kill the steak, live free.